You ever listen to somebody argue or talk about how stressed they are? I challenge you, the next time you have somebody mention their stress level, probe, ask a few questions. And I think you'll discover that in reality, most people aren't stressed. They're just trying to do too much in too little a period of time. Okay, well, that begs the next question. Well, then what is stress? If it's not being busy, what is stress? Is having responsibility for something you have absolutely no control over. That is stress. I worked for Jerry Lohr for 6 years. Most stressful period of time in my life. I was responsible for wine quality. What tools did I have to craft and control wine quality? Where the grapes were grown? No. Which grapes to use? No. When to pick? What yeast to use? In which vessel to ferment it? And at what temperature? No. At the end of the year, we'd have all the different wines that we produced. There you are, Jeff. How about it? Attempting to soothe my creative desires was the idea of perhaps making a small lot of wine on my own. Well, that wasn't acceptable at J. Lohr, and in order for me to do that, I had to strike out on my own. And that's what I did. I often refer to Amador County as the kingdom of Zinfandel. My neighbor Scott Harvey claims that the oldest Zinfandel vineyard in California is here in Amador County, planted in 1869. Yeah, 4 years after the Civil War. Amador County is also not just the heart of the Sierra Foothills wine country, but it's also the motherlode. More gold was mined out of Amador County during the gold rush than any other county in the Sierra Foothills. But the miners, they wanted their wine, they wanted their spirits, and for whatever reason, and I can't tell you, Zinfandel was the grape of choice. Here we have cool breezes at night, the alpine air rolling down out of the Sierra Foothills, and we have the warm air rolling up out of the Central Valley during the day. So it's an area that 130 years ago, 150 years ago, you could grow grapes, organically without any problems. So they did. That's not to say that we're monoculture and it's the only grape we grow. We make, I think last time I counted it was 26 or 27 different red varietals and 33 or 35 different wines.
Jeff is an amazing winemaker, and he's a more generous person. I'd been a wine club member for a while. I met him at dinner, got a chance to visit with him a little bit, and then one day decided I wanted to work for him. So I literally knocked on his door and said, "Hey, I'm here. Put me to work." And that was 6 years ago, going on 7. And since then, he's mentored me, he's trained me, he's taught me. Everything I know about wine came from watching Jeff. We're a boutique winery. Everything's hand done. Everything here is hand done. We don't cut corners on any of the processes. And this is the way winemaking is supposed to be done. You don't make wine in a 1 million gallon tank. No control over that. But here, we hand punch down all the grapes every harvest. Yeah, that's the biggest difference. We pay attention. We take our time. We do it right. We don't force, a square peg into a round hole. He knows exactly what his goal is. His goal is to make really great wines on this scale. I think he's pulled it off, and I'm glad to be part of it.
I think there's a lot of folks here that when they visit, they'll claim that they can identify a Runquist wine and that there is a house style. You're gonna find the Runquist wines fruit forward, a lot of flavor, not much tannin. And I think That's what our customers are part of what they're tasting. But the Innerstave's been a big, big part of us here. Everything that we produce these time and home. Advantages, disadvantages, barrels. You know, they're costly. They take up a lot of space. There's a lot of labor involved in moving them around and storing them. They don't last forever. They leak on occasion. And if you drop one, it breaks. On the other hand, there's a richness and a fullness and a viscosity and a creaminess and sometimes a perception of sweetness that can come from oak, as well as that beautiful palette of different aromas or different smells that your bouquet can take. If you walk our cellar, you probably won't find a barrel 7 years or older. We'll bring a barrel in, we'll use it for 2 years. After 2 years, we'll pop the head out of it and put an Innerstave in it, and we'll use that Innerstave for 2 years. And we'll do it again. And by that time, the barrel's about 6 years old, and it's real close to being a planter. The chance to refresh it by having a product such as Innerstave is pretty valuable. Every year we'll buy maybe 110, 120 new barrels, but we'll probably do 230 new Innerstaves. And if somebody were to ask me, what would you rather have? A brand new barrel or a 2-year-old barrel with an Innerstave in it? And I'll be honest with you, I'd take the 2-year-old barrel with the Innerstave in it, hands down every time. And that's just because of the consistency of the flavor. I know what I'm gonna get when I order a medium toast plus Innerstave. The downsides to Innerstave, it takes a little longer to clean the damn barrel. And the other thing is, I figure the displacement's worth about 3 gallons. You know, you just kind of figure that if you're gonna have 100 barrels, you need 102 if you're gonna Innerstave them all. People will ask, you make so many different wines. And I mean, aren't you under a lot of stress? And I'm going, no, not at all. And the reason? I have all the resources. Call me a great processor. I'm fine with that. Winemakers get a lot more credit than they deserve. And that's why on almost every wine we produce, there's a vineyard designate and the grower's name. And the grower's name appears before my name. That's their contribution to the flavors that we put in the bottle. This business always keeps you in tune with the seasons, the cycle of life, so to speak. And watching those vines bud out in the spring, but as I get older, it becomes more of a warning that harvest is right around the corner. I think there was always a satisfaction of knowing that you've created something, and now that we're making as many wines as we do and are sharing it with as many people as we are, that satisfaction's been multiplied. So it's good. It's real good.